Desktop audio. There it goes. It's peaking when I talk.
Mine. This one. Okay, how about now?
Dip 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 dip. That looks
Probably
right.
take like 30 seconds, but
Yeah, I think I heard that. Yep, it's good.
Goblin 1 is dead.
okay. Before we continue, since the audio wasn't working, we are back, guys. Unfortunately, Comcast does what Comcast does best and failed on us horribly.
It's a douchebag.
They've
Big.
they've got an outage in my area, so I'm over at another friend's. She's been very graciously letting me use her internet this evening to to stream and play the game still. But yeah, so sorry if things are a little off to this evening. As you can probably tell, you are seeing what Rika uses, so you get access to all the DM stuff. But yeah, so let's go ahead and continue.
This is your official backstage pass with Access Hollywood. I got people with the words. Okay. Let's see. Goblin 3.
It's got a choice between, I believe, Zale and Rook.
Yes. And considering you two work together, it's coming after you. Well, Elysian's available as well.
Who's currently trying to scramble up a tree.
Ah, then you know what? Die roll. Elysian, you're up.
Yay.
The goblin's going to sheath his scimitar, and he's going to draw his short bow. He's going to try to twang Elysian out of the tree. And miss horribly. Okay. Elysian, your turn.
Damn it, Twitter! I thought I killed you.
Birds are a very well-known distraction for archers of all varieties.
This is saying it isn't even installed. Where the hell is that coming from? Twitter has weird access to my computer.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see now. How far away is the goblin that just tried to twang me?
Considering you had to run for a tree who's about 30 feet away, if you're going to continue trying to climb the tree, you need to make an acrobatics check.
Do you think I can close the distance to him?
Yes, if your movement is 30 feet, then yeah, you can run up to him if you wanted to.
Oh, that goblin is going to quickly learn why you don't do that.
And then he rolls a 1.
And then he rolls one, yes. Elysian turning to the goblin running full force with both of his daggers out. Not actually sure how dual wielding works in 5e.
If you have a bonus action, you can use it to attack with the offhand weapon, but you do not get your ability modifier on damage.
Oh.
Or attack.
Okay.
I thought you get on an attack.
Maybe, I don't...
So
I'm pretty sure it's just not damage. I'll look it up.
First swing's a hit.
Offhand.
Do note that on that first hit, you will get sneak damage because the enemy is flanked. Kind of, sort of 5e weird ruling.
I'm going to go ahead and call flanking.
Flanking works, is the old way of saying it.
Okay, so
the second
I
hit is a
rolled
miss.
This then.
Yes,
Does
damage.
the second one hit?
The second one was a miss, but you murked it with the first dagger.
Oh, because I was about to double murk it.
Yeah, it's dead. It's beyond dead. You didn't just kill the goblin, you killed its soul as it was leaving its body.
Yay, I'm a soul killer.
Were there any other goblins? Sorry.
Wait, what was that? Somebody asked me a question.
Yeah. Are there any more goblins that Dazzling Lights showed us, or no?
No.
Okay.
There is only one goblin left, by the way.
Let's just take it.
And Tato, it's your turn.
Is this the goblin that was fighting me?
It's entirely possible.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of it.
Capture it.
After I beat the shit out of it.
When you disable an enemy or bring an enemy to 0 hit points with an attack, you can choose to knock it unconscious. It will be stable and, well, conscious.
Nice.
It has to be with a melee attack, though.
That's alright, I got both my blades out.
Here comes the one. You didn't roll it on the goblin.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Derp. You want me to do that now?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to force you to learn this.
I appreciate it.
There we are.
First one was a miss. Second one was a miss.
Oh, great.
Oh, Tato. One of these days you might be useful.
He is useful. He pulls all the bad luck from everybody else.
Yeah!
True.
He's a luck sponge.
Bad luck sponge.
Yep.
I guess that's it. Nim, just don't eat it. Or at least if you're gonna eat it, don't let us watch.
I don't like Goblin. I already said that.
Alright.
Goblin is gross.
Yeah.
Like, ew.
But Darrow's just fine.
Oh, yes. It's nice dark meat. Now, I assume
On that note, Nim, it is your turn.
So Goblin 4 is the only one left, and Tato is in within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
Perfect.
Pack tactics.
I just saw a magical die waft across my screen.
Mhm.
That's kind of cool. Woo! And you marked that one.
Did do that to disable it instead of kill it.
Okay, so you're going to bite it, but in such a way that it's disabled, not dead.
Choke it out,
Exactly.
basically.
Okay.
I will rip out its knee and just that way it can't really do much.
The goblin falls to the ground. He begins trying to scrabble and back away.
I'm going
Let's catch
to,
him.
keeping his leg in my mouth, I'm going to step on him and just grin around his severed leg and, yeah.
And
Oh.
yeah.
With a rather petrified look on his face, the goblin drops his own sword to his throat.
Wait a minute.
Did he just commit seppuku?
Jeff.
My brain just realized that technically Dancing Lights is a cantrip. It is listed under my cantrips.
Cool.
You know, for
Yay.
future reference.
Who's tap
So-
dancing on the
So
keyboard?
the goblin killed itself?
Yes.
Do we still get experience for that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Goblin
Lock it
committed
up,
suicide, and all we care about is
Technically, he was supposed to be unconscious. I did do
Well,
enough
I-
damage for that.
It wasn't exactly friendly to us, so I don't see why we should care about him. Myself.
I mean, it's a corpse. Now you can make a friend.
Okay, now I have to remember how to do this.
Goblin.
We
Goblin
call him
corpse
Hopper.
friend.
Yeah, that'll work.
How to do what?
The XP thing.
Oh, was it this one? The
Uh,
ambush?
Yeah.
First off, we need to add Zale to the list. Then it's the party sheet up here. Go down to XP.
Before you
Okay.
do that, how much should I be starting out with?
Do you want him to start out with the same as the rest of us?
Yes.
I'm fine with being at 900 otherwise.
Alright,
Which I
so
think is
you'll
something
start
left
at
out.
1640. Next level is 2700. Kiera, why are you only at 1600? I don't think you would be less than the rest of us, so...
Let me see
No,
if I
the
figure out why Jester has an extra level on something.
Okay, so yeah, now you just click award and boom, automatically applies.
Oh, no. Should be level 2.
Oh, sorry, I closed the ambush thing, but... Okay,
Okay. Now I have to remember how to do the thing. Yes, that. I was working towards it. This won't get annoying.
I believe it is Zale's turn next. He will begin rooting through the bodies, if I may.
Absolutely. Looting the bodies is the fun part.
No, he won't. As he begins to desecrate the bodies, I believe that Rook will object. For unknown reason. Probably Rook saw something shiny and wants it instead. Well, no, Bird. Okay, fine. If I find something shiny, I'll give you something. Just no, ow.
All right. These particular goblins, they were carrying shields and wearing leather armor. Unfortunately, the leather armor is destroyed due to combat.
What kind of shields are we talking? Just
This just says shield. So I'm
There
guessing
are
it's
no
ones that
different
types of
add
shields.
plus 2 AC.
all shields are the same unless it's specified. Usually it's determined to be metal. But,
Yeah.
like with the druid, they specifically get a wooden shield.
I don't know. Goblins might have wooden ones as well, given their lack of.
Well, unless it's specified, I'd assume it's metal.
Hmm.
Probably not very well kept metal, but...
Definitely much better than the Darrows.
I don't know, maybe.
Each
But
of the goblins was wielding a shield along with their scimitar, and they each have a short bow.
Nim just shrugs and goes back to his wagon, curling up to sleep some more.
I shake them.
The
I
weird
pick them up and I
trappings of-
shake them by the legs. See if anything comes out.
entrails?
Oh,
Other than
nothing
entrails.
comes out.
Okay.
No. Rika. The one that he picks up spews out scorpions all over Tato.
Oh, come on! I mean, I was expecting for you to say shits all over Tato, but...
Well, he could do that
We
too.
as the party need to be nice to Tato because he cannot be nice to himself.
Tato is cursed by the gods themselves. I mean,
Yeah. I'm God cursed, apparently.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Tato
Yeah,
doesn't
so-
even know that he's God cursed, but he is.
oh, I'm pretty sure he's got a clue by this point.
He thinks it's just the town. He's like, no way. He's got to get out of there.
Anyways,
Anywho, All right, the rest of the night goes on without incident.
Aw.
You spend the next morning picking up camp, heading for Emberwood,
Elmwood. I thought it was.
Elmwood, Emberwood.
Can't catch another rabbit before we go.
Give me a percentile die. Oh, that's why. The module's called Embers of Elmwood.
Oh well, that sounds right nice. Does not bode ill at all.
So I had a dirt moment. And no, a 2 does not give you a rabbit.
Crud. Alright, let's go. I will feast on one of my rations.
Alright.
By the way, guys, please make sure you are keeping track of your rations.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
certainly. I've got plenty, so if anybody needs something, let me know, and I will give you a reasonable price.
I like it.
So are we like going to meet our client or?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
I mean, there's some
yeah.
bloke over there what's got a job for us, as far as I know. I mean, I'm not exactly in on the details of this particular arrangement.
All right, whatever. I just need to find some work.
Did you make a character sheet for your horse?
If you knew his inventory, you would understand. The burglar pack alone.
Alright. Here we go.
If I get too much more, I will be doing the same. I already do the same on my Tuesday night character.
That's fair. It's fair. I honestly actually thought that it was Sim making the horse just to be a smartass.
No, if I made him, it would be named Donkey, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, that's Jester. Jester's been with me for almost a year now.
Good horse then.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a gelding, so a bit on the placid side, but honestly, I'm not that used to riding even yet, so it's not
Hey, Rika?
actually a bad thing.
How tasty does Jester look?
Not very.
Not very.
Oh.
No.
He probably smells about the same as Zale,
about
given
Rook?
that he rides.
How tasty
Rook
does
probably
Rook
has no
look?
scent to him at all.
Questions, Em.
Yes?
Is there a way to GM speak directly to a player?
To whisper?
Yes.
I know. Yeah, you can right click on the portrait, click whisper, and then just type.
Okay. There we go. All right. It is heading towards evening, but you begin to see the walls of Elmwood.
What kind of place is this Elmwood?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it's not very large, but it's got a couple of nice places in it. I've been here before, a long time back.
What kind of folk?
Well, I mean, normal folk for a small village out in the middle of nowhere, but
Hmm.
well, there's a larger place about what is it? A couple of days west, I think, or no,
How long-
east.
You live there?
What in Elmwood? No,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Not
All
too
right.
far off of it, but no, not in Elmwood. I don't think they would have accommodated me for very long, to be honest.
You need a bath first.
I'm working on it.
Probably.
Well, actually, on that, so there's this wonderful little tavern nearby. What was it called? traveler's cloak, I think it was. And, the barmaids there aren't so bad either. I think we should stop in there and check things out first. Maybe get a room for the night.
All right. General information here. It is early evening in the Mole Master region when you get there. In the main streets and boulevards of the city, the combination of oil-fueled streetlights and the starlight of the open night sky provide dim to bright light, depending on the neighborhood. If you stick strictly to the alleyways and side streets, the light is either going to be dim or completely dark. For all its shortcomings, the city of Mole Master, or the region of Mole Master, the city of Elmwood, never sleeps. Crime is everywhere, but wisely kept out of sight. The wealthier residential areas are kept very quiet at night, but the market districts and poor parts of the dock have business and pleasure featured all night. Raucous laughter, loud dance hall music, and merchants hawking wares are all possibilities, depending on the route that you choose. Of course, establishments that are fully paid up with the City Watch have guardsmen in the streets outside. The poorer districts have no such luxury.
Let's pick a fight with a gang leader.
What are you
No,
complaining
No,
about?
let's
no.
not
Bad idea.
get
Bad
our
idea.
heads
I
cut
know a
off,
few of the people
please.
around here, and you did not want to mess with them.
I like this
Had
idea.
enough of them back in my hometown.
Human flesh is tasty. Tastes like ham.
I thought everything tasted like chicken.
No. Human flesh tastes like ham.
I heard that it has the consistency of ham, but it doesn't necessarily taste like it.
Well, there is a reason that human meat is colloquially known as long pork.
That's true.
Never heard of that. But did we get a long rest there, Rika, or?
Well, we'll find out, won't we? If you let me finish. You make it to the Traveler's Cloak, and entering is like stepping into a different world from the squalor of the docks. The bar is a single slab of polished marble, and the furnishings within the common room are finely carved and stained oak of the highest quality. Bordering the common area of the Traveler's Cloak are a dozen booths, the benches of which are bedecked in plush upholstery. Each booth features a set of heavy velvet curtains for the sake of privacy, and a small bell that can be rung from inside the booth to summon the waitstaff. At this time of day, the booths are usually empty. Today is no different. At the far side of the room, surrounded on both sides by empty booths, you are directed by the slender, smooth-faced young bartender to a booth with the curtains drawn, where a single dark-haired figure sips calmly from the goblet of red wine.
So where's the, what's that word you used? Bloke? What's that even mean?
Oh, the bloke. Well, let's see. And he will turn to the raven and stare at it for a moment.
It sounds like an insult.
Well, no. It's well. So you've got blokes and you've got dames, and well, they're diametric opposites.
I'm confused.
So a bloke is a man what has his parts, and a dame is a woman what has her parts.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
bloke is man, dame is woman. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Right like that.
Glad we could clear that up.
Yes.
It's so pretty in here.
Yeah, so
It is very
exactly
pretty
like I
in
said,
here.
It hasn't changed a bit since I was last year. He will wave to the bartender.
I'm gonna head
no,
up to the
no,
bar
not you.
and request meaty soup without onions.
No onions allowed. Nope. No garlic either.
I just
I'll
head
eat
up to the
garlic.
bar and order
Dogs
a drink.
can't have garlic.
I'm not a dog.
I know you're a wolf. Canines can't have garlic. Lupines.
Quiet,
Whatever.
you water pup.
Hey man, it's your body. If you get sick, that's on you.
Says the guy who sneezed twice and gave himself a pair of concussions.
Listen,
Unfortunately,
My
Theo's
sneezes are
right about my
explosions. I can't
feral
help
cousin.
it.
Did they honor my request?
They would offer different types of beef stews.
I'm
However,
feeling more something along the lines of ham-like flavor.
anything finer than simple stews is going to cost money, lots of money.
I will toss them. Well, actually, Shenzi, could you go reach into my pouch and give them 10 gold?
Shinzi, please reach into my hefty sack and grab what you find.
Oh,
Since
Gladly.
I've got plenty of gold. Food for everyone.
Yay!
The best of the best.
yay!
As I
Wait,
will
what?
motion to the group.
And
Oh yeah, go ahead and order some food. There's someone here I recognise. I'm gonna go catch up with things. I've been away for a bit.
and I asked them to please make sure that our seal friend here gets something extra well mushed. He kind of has a problem with that choking.
Will you shut up?
Well, true.
I'm fine. I eat fish raw, like live sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Well,
but
maybe
fish
you
kind of
stick
tend
with
to
that
slip
then.
down the throat
I
all
think-
natural like.
I think I might have just been allergic to something in the stew.
And,
The pie.
Pie?
Well, when it came to the pie, those were unripened berries. That's not fair.
And the balancing beam.
Well, I,
I
mean,
don't
after,
even have any.
that was post berries.
I don't have an excuse for that. I slipped. I
There's no
slipped. I
excuse, I just
smashed
fucked
my
up.
head.
And when you shot
Yeah.
yourself in the face with an arrow?
I didn't shoot myself in the face. It just went up and then back down.
Up and away. Alright,
You're the
Or-
one who hit yourself in the face with a sling.
I don't have experience with these things, and you do, sir.
anyways,
while you were arguing,
what kind of feast do we get?
for 10 gold, the barkeep is going to return with a platter that has different types of meats on it. Not very much of it, and most of it's dried and preserved. There is 3 or 4 different types of cheese, and she
Gold is
slides
a
over
lot
a pitcher of a deep amber ale.
10 gold is a lot for these. Fine, I will accept this offering.
Tato gives 2 gold to the barkeep as tip.
The barkeep picks up the gold, takes a look at it, pockets it, and gives a slight nod. Meanwhile, over in the booth,
Are they close enough to hear, or should we have them do perceptions? It's not
they're
exactly going to be noisy, so.
well, they're currently bickering over by the bar.
We're just.
You're a good
Sorry.
20, 30 feet away
Mhm,
at the
exactly.
at the table that has the curtains partially drawn.
Okay, so he'll settle down into the booth and, hello there, Culkin. It's been a bit.
If you don't mind, you will use my rightful term. That is Zora Culkin to you.
Oh, come now, I thought we was mates. Fine, Zora Culkin. What you doing around here?
Well, there's been some trouble, you see.
Wasn't there always?
Well, you see, the village outside of Elmwood, that is where my family owns quite a bit of the land, you understand. It's
Oh, yeah, I
recently,
remember. You're always lording it over as I own land. You're all plebeians. Yeah. Whatever, go on.
well, you see, most of it has been reduced to ash and cinder. No physical or magical sign of what caused the destruction has been found yet. No natural cause, so it's assumed that the damage was caused by party or parties unknown.
Oh, yeah? Well, have you considered checking to see if you've pissed anyone off recently? Well, I do recall you did that quite a bit, and, it might have been the same thing this time.
Considering the Culkin family is as notable as it is, we have many enemies, some of which we do not know about, simply because they choose not to make themselves known.
Oh, yeah, that is a smart thing to do.
This is the issue that we're running into. There was a young woman who drifted into Mulmaster Bay by the western docks on a makeshift raft. From there, she was brought in by the soldiers, and unfortunately, she required medical attention. As such, she was remanded to the House of Suffering, which, as you know, is a local hospice operated by the priests of Ilmater. Now,
Yeah, I've been in there a couple of times. I even went in there once, all official-like. They're nice blokes.
well, they do tend to keep to themselves, and they are rather quiet, so I really don't have any qualms with them. However, it is understood that the Hawks who operate in this general area are also after her. So what I need from you is to help me disappear that young girl, preferably without killing her. She holds information that I require, and I really would appreciate the Hawks not getting their hands on her.
Yeah, well, see, I'd love to help you, but thing of it is, I've got a prior engagement to get to. Not sure I could abandon it, even if it were my life. So, yeah, you'll have to look elsewhere. I'm sorry, mate.
I can promise you that there will be a reward.
Wait, that's not the issue. See, I've got a previous engagement. I can't break this thing. If I did, it would be a lot more than a bit of gold on the line.
Well, currently I see it this way. I happen to know your whereabouts, and you do not know who all is in this bar.
Well, yeah.
Does
but
any of us hear this conversation?
That would be a perception, I believe.
All right. Tato doesn't exactly trust this Zale yet. He just kind of came out of nowhere. Hey, I got a job. Okay.
Shenzi's slowly making her way over. The smell of death coming off of Zale. It's like that. It's like that wisp of smoke that turns into a hand and just beckons her towards him.
He leaves
Smelly.
Ian just being quiet in the corner watching Shinji. Now, because now it spikes
18.
his interest.
Do I hear the conversation?
If you were attempting to listen in, you could hear bits and pieces of it. You did hear the word reward and rescue. Nim, you were too interested in the food, and Shinzi is currently mesmerized by the scent.
Yeah, apparently.
So I'll tell you what. Yeah. Clearly, you've got a very something important riding on this, I would imagine. So if
I
you can
should say
convince
so.
my patron to release me from my previous obligation, then believe you me, I would be relieved to take you up on your offer.
If your patron is to be reasonable, I can assure you that I would at least do my part to attempt.
Zale will whistle Rook over from where he was looking at the shiny things behind the bar. There you go, mate. Talk away.
Oh boy.
Am I to understand that I'm to reason with the bird?
Yeah, I've been doing it for the last year. Good luck.
You
He
do
will lean
this
back,
way
his
too
arms
well.
crossed, and he's just smirking in smarmy self-satisfaction. You try it.
And to which patron would I be speaking?
Well, I'm not actually sure that they wish me to reveal their identity, so talk to the bird as if it was a person. That's what I do.
It would probably help a lot more if you had talked to animals.
I think I do.
You actually see
I do.
Zora Culkin leans forward onto her elbows, her chin cradled in her hands, and she stares down the bird. She begins making small motions with her hands, and strange sigils appear on the table.
How bright
Oh.
is their glow?
It's a dull purple. It's not really noticeable. I mean, even in perfect darkness, you would only see like a small, very dim glow.
Ah.
Oh. Very interesting. Not quite a true raven. An envoy, if I'm not mistaken. The question is, who speaks through it?
Zale will look a little discomforted by this line of conversation now. No one important. You don't need to. No. But yeah, envoy. Yeah. So go ahead and do you talk a bit? Oh,
What can
did
I
you
hear
get
so
here?
far?
Hello.
Well, considering not only is the raven typically an omen of ill will, the smell of death follows you, Zale.
What? No. I just. I haven't been able to bathe for a week and a half now.
Oh, Zale, you know you can't put anything past me. My magic is far too powerful for that.
Well,
In fact, if one were to guess, I would say this particular envoy is either that of Asmodeus or the Raven Queen herself.
I believe that would be a. Shall we say deception or? It's not letting me go to skills now. I don't know.
Well, she's simply making a
Oh,
guess.
I know why. I know. I'm trying not to react to it.
Okay.
I'm going to say that'll be deception. Do you agree?
It would be deception. Actually, it would either be deception or performance if you're attempting not to,
Now just hide the reaction. No tells.
yeah. Then yeah, that would be deception or bluff.
It's anonymous
Yes,
with each other.
Tato is eating very slowly, like chewing every bite 50 to 60 times before attempting to swallow.
Oh god.
It's a good cover for listening really hard at a conversation. Or trying to, at least.
Please tell me he chokes. He gets too distracted.
Oh, should I roll a constitution check for that?
No,
Yes!
no.
Roll it anyways.
You specified that you are eating carefully, so you don't have to worry about it.
He didn't say
Oh,
carefully, he just said slowly.
Slowly
Which could
is
be even worse.
That's not worse.
Unfortunately,
Roll it,
Zora
Tato.
Culkin's investigation roll was higher than your deception,
Yes.
so she kind
do
of saw
note
through your
that
ruse.
the color change likely happened since Zora last saw Zale.
Yeah, that would kind of be the giveaway there.
Mm.
That's what she was getting at when she said death follows you. Oh, so it
I
is.
thought she meant me.
No, you're a whole different ballgame.
Okay.
Death doesn't follow you, you
For-
just create it.
For starters, you're willing on this.
Yeah. Oh, Zale. You, sir, are telling half-truths. I
Well,
believe-
those are the best kind because the whole truth is a dangerous thing. I found.
Well, considering you haven't murdered the ones you're with, I can go ahead and rule out Asmodeus. That leaves only Her Majesty, the Queen of Death herself. Am I
You will-
wrong in this?
Grimace slightly at the name. I'll call her the Raven bitch myself.
Yes, she can be rather ill-tempered if the mood suits her.
Well,
Well,
fine. You found my secret. Just if you want to try and convince the badge, let me help you with whatever it is. The girl, right? Then go ahead. Honestly, I'd enjoy a break from what she's been having me do lately. Especially if there's money involved for once.
She gives a slight nod and turns her attentions towards Rook. Oh, my dear envoy. Send message to your master that this involves some rather nasty folk from an elemental cult of flame. I don't believe that she appreciates what they're attempting to do. Being that she is the steward of the damned, I don't think she wants too much work on our plate too early, especially for those poor souls taken far before their time.
Wait. The Cult of Flame. I'll retract my statement. I do not want to do this job anymore. Go find somebody else.
With that, the crow looks at you and pokes you in the shoulder with its beak.
No.
Too late.
He will bang his head onto the table.
I believe
I can't win. I just
that
can't.
you're going to work with me.
Fine. How much? And what information can you give?
Well, for now, I can promise you 150 gold pieces. And depending on how well you finish the job, there is more in it.
I'm gonna at least get a good night's rest and maybe a bath first.
Oh, naturally.
I'll have that.
Yes.
Alright, fine. I'm in.
But I must say, the time is of the essence. If the cult moves very much further beyond Elmwood, the entirety of Molemaster could be in danger.
Well, how about this then? I'm going to go take a bath, and you can break it to the rest of these lovely people that the job has been repurposed, and a money reward, however, is definitely on the table. I think they like that.
I'll be most certain to do that.
All right. So,
Excuse me, love. And he'll
how much
step
of that
past
conversation?
Shenzi.
Sorry.
I scoot out of your way.
How
Thank you.
much of that conversation did Tato hear?
If he was actually paying attention, he would have caught the second half of it.
And he was.
All right.
Okay.
Long story short here, if you were to converse with her, you would find out that the person you're trying to actually save is a woman named Ravia. She is currently being held at the House of Suffering, which is a local... They call it a hospice, which is kind of like a hospital. It is operated by some priests of the god Ilmater.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Along with this, some of the higher-ranking members of the Hawks are watching over the hospice, and it's believed that she is going to be, quote-unquote, disappeared by them. So, she has requested that you get to the House of Suffering, remove Ravia with as little trouble as possible, and return to her mansion there in Molemaster.
I feel like we're about to do something that we shouldn't actually be doing.
Hmm.
Just
Say,
saying.
at least one other person agrees with me.
For your efforts in this, Zora Kulkin has offered a reward of 150 gold pieces.
More gold? Really?
Well, I mean, if you don't want your share, I'll take it.
Nah, that's not it.
I want a reward.
It's just-
Well,
What
if
you
he's
guys said-
complaining, then I'll take it. I mean, I've got no problem with that.
What you
Quite
guys are
contrary.
describing, we're about to make enemies with a lot of nasty people, and 150 gold just isn't enough.
She does offer the promise of a further reward once you bring Ravia to her manor near the Tower of Arcane Light.
Why
I
do you
re-
want the girl?
Yeah.
I believe my interests are my own. And in fact, the safety of this girl is far more important than her reason for being here.
I feel like she's not going to be safe. Honestly, like, I feel like she's probably safer in the hospice.
In the hospice, surrounded by officers of the very order attempting to kidnap her.
Or you're trying to kidnap her. You're hiring us to kidnap her. How do we know that you're not the threat?
I'm simply asking you to remove her from a dangerous situation and bring her to a much securer place, namely my home.
Secure as in prison?
Secure as in next to a mage's tower.
I like mages towers.
Alright,
They
I'll
don't
tell
let you
you
touch
what.
anything, though.
If you kill her, I want a leg.
What? No! Man. You're not getting her leg.
Through continuing conversation with her, she informs you that not only are the Hawks running rather rampant through Molemaster, but also the City Watch itself is under orders from the Hawks. So all of the crime, all of the extortion that is run by the Hawks is overlooked by the City Watch, simply because the Hawks pay them.
Yeah, of course. They're on the
And
Hawks payroll.
This
Can
this
I can I
this
see
Ravia,
anything us about this chick being like? I don't believe her for a second. My gut feeling says she's a fucking liar.
Okay. I think
And
you got a little
honestly,
insight.
I believe that she does want to keep the girl safe. My question is why?
well, if you want to double check on her motives, you can always do an insight roll.
I am rolling a lot of threes today. I don't know shit. My character's all for it.
Yes. Yes, Zale. The innkeeper would inform you that basic rooms are 12 gold pieces per night. If you're wanting one of the suites, it's 22 gold pieces for the night.
That is
Oh, no, basic's
horribly
fine. I just need
expensive.
some place to sleep.
Right? Then it's 12 gold pieces for the room.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right? You are given a small key and directed to the second floor.
I'm sorry, what's happening right now? I just
Uh,
kind of blanked out for a moment there.
Yeah, kind of figured. Zale just got a room for the evening.
Okay.
For a bath.
Yeah, sleep in a bath.
How much are the various rooms exactly?
It's 12 gold pieces per night. The rooms themselves have two beds, and they do each have a bathing alcove. The water is actually provided through magical means.
I'll split a room with somebody.
Alright, I'll grab one with Shenzi then.
Okay.
I can room with somebody too, or go alone. Either one.
I'm gonna just
I'm
go
definitely
find a bed
taking
and
a
pass
bath,
out in
too.
it. I don't care.
Well, if you don't pay for the room, the guards are going to be called.
Well, of course I'll pay for the room.
Okay, I was about to say.
It's not what I meant.
I'll
You're-
pay for half of Tato's room to join him.
Okay, works for me. How much is it even?
It's 12 gold per night.
Fuck are we paying for this? We're doing your job. Hey. 150 gold, huh? It pays for all of our rooms, I guess.
Yeah, but if you share a room, then you only pay 6 gold, so just split with somebody.
Yeah.
I just offered to split with Tato, so...
Yes, I know. I'm just saying that the reward we're getting for our work probably isn't enough.
As a final bit of information, Zora Culkin was kind of loath to reveal this information for fear of who might be listening.
Mhm.
However, it has been found out that Ravia may have information regarding the cult of elemental fire and just what they might be doing there in Elmwood and Molemaster.
What's the cult of elemental fire?
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a cult that wants to burn everything in honor of their deity.
Yeah, but I don't know what they actually want. For all I know, they could want to summon an elemental.
Well, that's exactly what they want to do. They want to consume everything with fire, and they are incredibly zealous in their pursuits.
Just wake up the Primordial and the Neverwinter volcano.
Yes.
So they're just a bunch of angry arsonists. Gotcha.
Pretty much, but it's more... They're more religious zealots.
So,
It's not just,
the
ha
people
ha
who
ha, I set everything on
follow
fire.
the fire elemental in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's not just, haha, let's set everything on fire, because fire, it's... We're going to cleanse the world with flame so that our fire deity can rule.
That's just arsonist with extra steps.
Pretty much. But the entire reasoning for Zora Culkin to want to save Ravia from the Hawks is so that any information she might have gets delivered to the correct people instead of having it tortured out of her by what is essentially the Mafia.
Quick question.
Yes.
Can I eat any of these people?
No. Not unless it's a bad guy.
Well, that's what I'm meaning.
Oh, well, yeah. By all means.
Then I think we have a solution.
Just eating everyone is not a solution.
Why not?
Well, it is technically a solution. It might not be a good one.
Yeah, it is a solution. Probably not the
It-
easiest or most efficient solution, though.
It is,
How long
it
is
is a solution, not the solution.
Jen's like, stop trying to eat everybody and brought me candy. Ooh, coffee crisp?
I don't want to ever give Nim caffeine.
Oh God.
Okay,
I don't
so
think
you say
caffeine
that,
is good for a
and
wolf.
you have to realize, my Wednesday game, I have a character named Nim Liff, has an extra N in it, and he is a squirrel on crack, halfling, tiefling, arcane trickster,
Ah,
who, when we picked up Rings of Sustenance, it says you don't need to sleep, but his tiefling trait was you don't need to sleep.
so he's like psychotic.
He was psychotic. We're on break right now because we just hit Epic, and he spent 75
Yeah,
years
but-
studying in the Library of Ogma, so he has calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, but scroll on crack isn't going to be as dangerous as Zim on caffeine.
No.
Zim on caffeine would crap a lot. Nim on coffee.
What's wrong with Nim on coffee? What is
Nim on
this coffee of which you speak?
Oh wait,
I'm
does
gonna go to the
coffee not-
bartender and ask if they have any of this coffee.
Oh my god.
Given it's an
He'd
export
go to
from-
drag Zim away from the bartender. You heard nothing.
Look, consider that it's an export from the lands way to the southwest. Probably not.
Yeah.
I let the bartender reply.
Oh my god.
The bartender responds they have heard of such a drink, and it may be available if the price is right.
Don't give him
What's the
coffee,
price?
please.
If you have to ask the price, you don't have enough.
Ah, You just got
I've got-
snooted on.
240 gold. That's not enough for a cup of this thing?
Do you know how rare it is to come by?
No.
I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means whatever you wish it to mean.
Oh my god, you sound so pretentious.
Perhaps I could encourage you elsewhere with a bowl of our finest water.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna eat him.
My room. I'm done.
This will be the point he just turns to the group. It's like, he's being a douchebag. Can I eat him?
Tato's just laughing.
Oh no.
Alright, so it is almost 11 o'clock. We will have to continue this next Friday.
Yeah.
But I want to eat him.
No. That's
Was
going
it
to
the
get the
bar-
Pretentious and not letting me have any coffee.
That's
I
going
thought
to
the
get the
barkeep was a woman.
mafia involved.
Having coffee means I have to get the mafia involved?
No, I'm eating him
You
means
attempt
getting
to eat him.
the mafia involved.
Why? Is he part of the mafia?
Probably.
If you attack somebody in this town, that's going to bring the guards. If it
Which
brings
brings
the
the
guards,
mafia.
they're under the employ of the Hawks. If the Hawks find out that you're here, they're going to figure out why you are here.
Hey, remember the first thing I said when we got into
we
this
did not
town?
want to tangle with those guys.
Do you
They
remember
might
the
have
first
a few
thing?
sketches of me somewhere in there.
But guys, he's
Files.
being a jerk.
Don't
yeah,
care,
they're city
don't.
folk, what you
Besides,
expect?
we need the food he gives.
I have plenty of other food.
If you do
I'll have
it,
even
Don't
more
care,
food if I eat him.
don't.
Nem, I'll let you know this right now. If you attack people here, we don't know you. We never met you.
We
Okay.
are
I
going
agree
to
with Dayton.
die here.
We will leave and just not come back.
Well, just look at
Actually,
that. Some
Tato,
wild
there's
animal just
kind
wandered
of
in and attacked that poor
tooth
man.
marks on your tail that show you have at least encountered me before.
People aren't going to look for tooth marks on my tail.
And I don't think they have the capacity to test those against your teeth.
Well, I mean, if they
I mean, unless
chopped
you're
off his
caught.
head and rocked all the skin off, they could do a direct comparison. Just saying.
And I could be all like, so that's the dog that bit me.
Plausible deniability.
Exactly. So, in short, don't eat people.
Yeah.
But he's being a
And
jerk.
unless they've
Been a
attacked you
PSA
first.
provided for you by ZGF Gaming.
Alright, I won't eat him this time.
Okay.
So the party members would retire to their rooms for the night.
Yay.
Does anybody approach Zale about sharing a room with the assassin bearing poison and a raven and the stench of death?
I think at this point they're kind of giving you a slightly wide berth.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's fine. I could have used the privacy, to be honest. Would any of you like to, I don't know, sleep with a stuffed raven for the night?
Stuffed
Stuffed?
Ow! Okay, no, ow! I was not serious. Stop!
The raven really doesn't eat anything. It doesn't take any treats.
Well,
What
no,
about
see,
Kiero?
it's,
Kiero, where
it's
are
not
you
really,
sleeping?
Yeah, Kiro never said anything.
Kiero never says anything.
So it's me and Zim, and then Elysian and Tato sharing a room.
Yes.
You can't sleep
then-
on the floor. What
Well,
floor are you
no.
going to be sleeping on?
Wait, where did he say that?
In Fantasy Grounds?
Oh. Let me explain why I didn't see it. Oh. Well, I mean, if...
He's silent.
Mute! Kira's actually mute.
I don't think the innkeeper would let you sleep on the floor.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Go hit your head on the table. Damn it. God damn it, Tato.
It's never not funny.
So, there's a Star Wars series I enjoyed, the Hawkbats line of the
Uh-huh.
X-Wing saga. There's actually a joke at one point that the Thakwesh
Oh no!
pilot, they're training him for nostril capacity so they can put ball bearings into his nose, and if they're ever caught and disarmed, he can use it as a shotgun spray to kill the guards.
Hero accidentally closed out of Fantasy Grounds. And that is my cue to go.
Yes.
On that
No.
note, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. Sorry about the troubles with Comcast. We will be streaming next week. Of course, depending on depending on the status of Comcast, of course. But
Available internets.
Comcast, more like con crap.
No.
thank you for joining, and I will see you guys next time.
I'm gonna play some Dead by Daylight.
Okay, I love you. Bye bye.